Welcome back to the ZeroW Podcast, where we talk about lifting, coaching, and more. You can learn more about Zero by going to www.zero.com.au. That's Zero with a W. We are also proudly sponsored by Establishment Coffee. Head to establishmentcoffee.com.au. Use the code 025 for 25% off and free shipping. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. That's what all the cool kids say. And if you're on Spotify, hit that 5-star review. We love it. Enjoy the show now.
Here with Tom, bro.
Hello.
Gidge Dog.
Hello.
And we got a special guest. Theo Maddox.
Oh, yeah.
No, bro, that's next week.
My bad.
Just a smaller version.
We got Cooper Morgan on the podcast. We haven't had a guest in a while, have we? With us on the podcast. Us three.
No.
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 No, I don't
Yeah.
think so.
It's kind of annoying because we all call you Coops, and then now I get confused between Coops and Coops.
Yeah, big coops.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
which
you're
one's
just a
big as
little
well, so you're kind of big Coops also.
I just don't bench 300. Maybe 300 pounds.
Not yet.
But you total 300. That's,
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah, 300. Yeah, total 300. Easy.
Exactly.
Thanks for coming on board on the podcast this week.
Thanks for having me. It's good.
Yeah. Why is he on the podcast?
Well, I mean, that's what I want to know. I was saying downstairs as well, my first question to you, Cooper, is you haven't done the coach development course yet.
Well, I'm
You
almost done. We're pretty close.
You don't officially have a job with Zero yet. How did you
score this
weasel
gig?
your way into the podcast?
You're going to have to ask Henny on that one.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Bit of cash. No.
I'll tell you. He's just a good bloke.
They're good bloke.
Yeah.
Very good
The
bloke.
best kind of bloke.
The reason why we've got him on board is we're allowed to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So Zero, what's the name of it?
Oh, Zero Sunshine Coast. Oh, I thought you were talking about steroids with
no,
Cooper.
no.
Sorry.
Oh,
My
yeah.
bad.
That was a consult after the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cooper's coming on board as one of the El Staffo members at Zero Sunshine Coast. TBA opening date. Sooner rather than later, I hope.
Yeah.
This has been dragging on forever. We're due to get all of the rest of our stuff. We've got half the stuff. We're due to get the rest of the stuff first week of June. And I always plan the worst case scenario in terms of just like our shipments getting released from the port late and then taking ages to ship. So I'm saying end of June will be open, but realistically it's probably going to be middle of June, hopefully early June.
Be cool. Super exciting.
So that's why Cooper's on the podcast.
So he's going to be a coaching out of Sunshine Coast, Zero, obviously, like you said.
Yeah.
So, Cooper, just tell us a little bit about yourself. Actually, no, we need to do quotes and shit.
Yeah,
first.
let's do some quotes and gratefuls, and then we'll talk about Cooper, the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah, tell us, Cooper, you can kick us off. What are you grateful for this week?
I'm shouting out Reese. I'm actually really grateful for Thomas getting Reese and I connected in. If you don't know who Reese is going to be leading the ship up at Zero Sunshine Coast. He's been an awesome help.
What does that make me?
Well, the director of the ships.
No, I'm being
He's leading
silly.
one of the ships, you know. It's been really good. I've been learning a lot of stuff from Reese because I'm very, very new and very fresh. So I've just been engulfing a lot of information, which has been pretty cool, picking his brain, which has been great.
Yeah, Reese is a man. Reese has been with Zero for a long time, was coached by me for a while, and then did the coach development, and was coached by James for a while as well. Now he's the co-owner with his wife, Chloe, of Zero Sunshine Coast. And you're fitting well up there, brother.
He's a legend of a bloke.
Absolutely.
Really cool.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited for you guys. Just a team full of good people up there.
Yeah. What are you grateful for, Gidge?
What am I grateful for?
My health.
Yeah, can I cop out and say my health?
Tell them what happened.
Well, I've just been dying for the past 2 weeks. But we got back from Bali. I got bit by a mosquito. I got dengue fever. I thought I had COVID for like a week, and I kept testing and it kept coming back negative. And then I finally went to the hospital, and I was like the exciting like new guinea pig. All the doctors were coming in and looking me over and couldn't figure out what it was. And yeah, it was dengue fever.
Little whoopsie.
You know, she only got bit by one mosquito the whole time as well.
Yeah, and we laughed about it because we saw it happen. It was in the hotel room. Like, oh.
And I got bit by heaps, but your boy's Asian, so the mosquito's like, you're one of us.
But I probably did get bitten more. We stayed at like this big garden resort, and there were trees everywhere. So
They want the white blood.
It took me a second to register what just happened then. I saw CJ cracking up, and then I realized what you said. Well, we're glad you're alive, Bridget.
Thank you.
Who did I say that to? I said that to someone yesterday, and they're like, "Yeah, it's probably true." And I'm like, "It's definitely not true."
Was it Lem? It sounds like something you'd say to Lem.
I think it was. No, it was Lem. Yeah.
There you go. What are you grateful for this week, James?
I'm grateful to have Cooper on the podcast.
Oh, thanks.
How long have I coached? So I actually coached Cooper as well, and we've become quite good friends during this time. So it's really cool to see. I don't know. I like seeing things like this happen where, Cooper was I don't know. It just all comes full circle.
Full circle.
In some way, shape or form. Yeah, so really grateful for my relationship with Cooper.
Nice.
Thanks, man.
Nice. Thomas?
I'm grateful for, I'm going to say Daniel Carpenter.
Why?
Grateful. Whoa.
Dan's great.
Slow down. Daniel's done I was wearing he just organized a run of apparel with APL the other day. And so I weaseled my way into getting a t-shirt, no charge, believe it or not.
Nice.
I was wearing an APL shirt the other day and it caught me for a moment. I was like, I've been in powerlifting for almost 18 years. And in 18 years, I've never been proud to wear a t-shirt of a federation. It's just like being a part of the sport. And now wearing a t-shirt and being like, it's actually cool to rock this. And you guys know it takes a lot for me to not wear a Zero t-shirt or a powerlifting related t-shirt that's either Zero or APL. So to be wearing an APL shirt and not be like, I wish I was in a Zero shirt is special to me.
That's
so
cool.
Thanks, Daniel, for working so hard to make APL what it is.
He actually gave me these socks. I was joking before, by the way. I love Daniel. He gifted me these socks. Are these coming out soon?
I don't know how you've got a pair and I don't have a pair. Grievance of the week. We're going back to it. The thing I hate about Zero getting bigger is that it used to be only me with like the exclusive Zero stuff. The special shirt that no one else has. And now I look at like Wes and Brooke and they have like some funky colored shirt and I'm like, it's not even annoying when it's the owners. It's when some member from Cairns comes down and they have a shirt that I don't have and I'm like, why don't I have that? I get quite upset about it. So like the fact that you've got like one of 2 Zero socks in existence and I don't own any is really quite frustrating.
But do you know what was funny? Because he came down wearing a really cool APL shirt last time he was here.
Yeah.
And I said to him as a joke, this is how me and Daniel talk to each other. I was like, where the fuck's my shirt? And he goes, I brought you one. Like in an angry tone as well. I brought you one. I brought Bridget one too. I was like, oh, thanks. I was like, I wasn't actually expecting it. I just thought, that's a cool shirt. Where's mine?
Is that the one with the logo that was supposed to be small?
Yeah, the
don't say
oversized
that
ones.
part.
Yeah.
But that's even more annoying because I don't have one of them.
It was probably
Actually,
your one.
I think I do, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a cool shirt. Fits really nicely.
Anyway, I hope you all know that I'm just joking. And that members who have t-shirts that I don't have, you don't have to worry about me getting angry at you. Not in real life, anyway.
All right, who's got some quotes?
All right, Cooper, you're first up.
All right. I'm stealing this off one of my mates. He just posted in the group chat, and I thought it was fantastic. All right. The same boiling water that hardens the egg also softens the potato. We can't let our environment dictate our outcomes. We respond how we choose.
Nice.
Nice.
It's a good one.
That is a good one.
Are you the egg or the potato?
I would like to be the egg.
Nice. Nice. Stay hard.
Stay hard.
Mine's, it's never too late to be what you might have been.
Ooh.
Yes. That's a good one.
Which is all well and good to say if you don't have hips like mine. Or if you want to be like a professional NBA player.
Yep. You're one murder away from being a murderer.
Nice. I like it.
I was trying to think of something softer than that.
Inspirational.
No. I got
That's
a good
pretty
quote.
dark coming from you.
I got a cool quote. It's a sports quote from Steve Prefontaine. You guys know who Steve Prefontaine is?
Yeah, baseball.
No.
It's worth a shot.
Running. So this is what he said back in there. It's really cool. He got interviewed and they asked him what pace he's going to run for this race. And he goes, the best pace is suicide pace, which in running just means going out the gate as hard as you can. He goes, the best pace is suicide pace, and today looks like a good day to die.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is the best pace actually suicide pace, or is that a really bad strategy?
Horrible strategy.
I was going to say. So why is that a good quote?
Well, Steve Prefontaine, he ran he ran like short to middle distance running.
Yeah. Okay.
So those kind of races, if you can hold a suicide, like there's lots of you see more upsets in those type of races.
So it's like they're trying to break away enough to just hold the lead kind of thing?
Yeah. But then you watch people like Mo Farah, who used to kind of sit at the back of the pack and then, time it for the last lap. And I don't know, I find that a little bit scarier.
Yeah.
Because if the person in front of you can hold that suicide pace, it's...
You're done for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
I don't know if I've said this one before, but it's one of my favorite quotes. And it's, the best thing you can do for the world is to work on yourself.
I don't think you have.
I
Nice.
really like that one.
Nice. I like it.
Where you got, Tom, bro?
I already did mine.
Oh, yeah, my bad, sorry.
Poots, you got a quote?
Where's my treats?
Currently giving
Who
me
was
very
this
angry
guy?
stare.
He's just like death staring Cooper. All
He's
right,
got the
Cooper.
full squint.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? When did lifting start for you? Why did you get into lifting? All the good stuff.
All the good things. So I'm from Sunny Coast. of
How old are
course. I just turned 24 in March.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
2 months ago.
Yeah. Just. So I started lifting when I was 15. I started a little bit in my bedroom with a skateboard and some books because I wanted to bench press, but I couldn't go to the gym yet. So I just bench pressed with my longboard with books on it. And that eventually progressed to me going to the gym. And
That's the most ghetto thing I've ever heard.
Oh yeah, it was
I love
fun.
how creative people get
Yeah,
when it comes to
good.
lifting.
I used to use the skateboard as like an ab wheel rollout as well. So
Yeah,
it'd be like a
Nice.
full workout.
Yeah, nice.
So that was good. And then eventually moved into going to a gym. I grew pretty tall in grade 11. So like from 15 to 16, I went from like 5'9" to my height now, which is roughly like 6'4". So it kind of I got really skinny. So I started my journey at 65 kilos at 6'4". So I was this little frail boy.
Nice.
So that was good. So I started going to the gym just because I was sick of being told that I was skinny and had Pringle legs because my ankles all the way up to my hip joint were the same size, which was pretty funny. I will give hats off to that. So, and so I just kept lifting, kept at it. And now, almost 9 years later, just been doing it ever since.
How did you find powerlifting along the way?
After COVID, I got nice and fat because I couldn't go to the gym anymore and I'd stopped playing basketball. So no cardio and no gym. I went from like 90 kilos to 105, 110. And then I came back to the gym and all of a sudden I could squat 150, bench like 120, and I hit a 200 kilo deadlift.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I've never been strong before, relative in what I thought was strong back then. And then just from there, just started progressing.
Yeah, cool. So when you started going to the gym for the first time, what gym did you start at on Sunshine
I
Coast?
started at Anytime Fitness in Budrum, which was literally right next to my work as a barista / dishy.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
And then after, did you stay there all the way up until COVID?
Yeah, so I was there till like 2018 up until I got my license. So I'd get up at 4 a.m., ride to the gym to get there at 4:30, then train till like 6:37, then ride to school, and then ride back the same direction to go to work, and then ride home.
Yeah, nice.
That was a rinse and repeat 7 days a week, except missing the school on the weekends.
I was going to say, you went
Yeah.
to school on Sunday?
Nah,
Sunday
not school on
school.
Sunday school. Yeah, same thing. And then after that, I ended up, we moved back to Nambour because we were originally in Sippy Downs, which is on the Sunshine Coast.
Yeah.
I started going to Snap Fitness Nambour. And then after COVID happened, I then eventually moved into SimCity Nambour.
When you started going to Snap, did you know about SimCity? Or you hadn't really heard of
hadn't
powerlifting?
really heard about powerlifting yet. I was still like very like early into getting used to it. I started like digesting a heap of like Elite FTS was my first exposure to powerlifting. I just like absorbed. I started watching like everything is like as far back as I could get.
Yep.
Like all the So You Think You Can Deadlift, the So You Think You Can Bench. I just watched everything on repeat through Elite FTS. So yeah.
It's actually so cool that you went through that because that's what I went through when I was 16, which is a lot longer ago than you watched it. You know, it's so cool that that sort of stuff is still inspiring people, even if we look at it these days with our technical view and we're kind of like, well, it's not that relevant anymore from a technical standpoint. Who cares? It's just like that inspiration to go have a crack and get started is really cool. You can't deny
100%.
the power of those kind of brands, those kind of people back in the day who got so many people hooked on lifting.
Like the people are like, the technical nerds that like make fun of Elite FTS, Mark Bell, who's another one?
Louis.
Yeah,
Everyone.
Westside Barbell. They're the pioneers of our sport. They're the reason why the sport is what it is today.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always important to look back on that stuff and be like, this is how we arrived where we are. That was a really important step in the journey. That's cool, man. So obviously because you're watching that kind of stuff, is that how you learned about the sport of powerlifting even being a thing?
Yeah, pretty much. Like I was like, oh, people like actually train for a sport. Because at the time I was like, I don't want to do basketball anymore. I was kind of finished with it. Even though it was really fun, it just like was taking up too much of my time outside of training and everything. So I was like, oh, I'd like to train for something gym related because I'd been doing it for so long then. And then I found out that there's comps and meets and all this sort of stuff and started learning about that, which was really cool. And then I started getting obsessed with like lifters and totals and everything. And I started really early. I was like Ed Cohen, of course. And then that like progressed to new lifters now. Who are just, very addicted.
What other lifters, you started at Ed Cohen, what other lifters sort of popped up as like, whoa?
So probably the next one was Dan Green. And then after Dan Green, that like progressed to like my age bracket. So a couple of main lifters that initially started catching my eye was like people like Sawyer Klatt and Nabil. They're two boys in the US. Got some wild totals, just ridiculous. And they're just little lifters.
I don't know who the first guy is, you said. Do you know that guy?
Nah.
Sawyer's a 105.
Oh, wait. What's his Instagram name?
Sawyer Klatt. Or Klatt or whatever.
No,
Yeah.
I don't.
He deadlifts like, I think he's at American Pro 2. He deadlifted 380 or something.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Easy.
And he benched 180 and squatted, I think, around 300.
What?
Don't
what
hold
weight?
me on that.
105.
105, 110 sort of weight, yeah.
Yep. And
That kept progressing, yeah.
Nabil has a big deadlift as well, and he's a little bit smaller,
Yeah, he's
right?
smaller. I think he's 74s. Don't hold me to that, but I'm pretty sure he's 74s. I think he's moving up now, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen this bloke. He's the one that
It's a French phenomenon.
and what's
Death Grip Derek.
yeah,
And Death Grip Derek, yeah. Yeah, they train together, which is cool. Good little community they got going on.
Yeah, interesting. It's so funny, like your story about like riding your bike to the gym and then going to. That's exactly what I did. At grade 11 and 12, when I got a gym membership, I had to get up. The gym wouldn't be open. They didn't have 24-hour gyms really around back then, and so it opened at 5:30. So I'd be waiting there at like 5:15, no matter what, rain, hail, shine. I mean, it doesn't really hail that much, but rain or shine or cold or hot, just sitting out the front waiting for it. Then pump out a workout, get home, get dressed, go to school, ride my bike to school in the opposite direction, just like get it done. It's cool.
Man, 24-hour gyms weren't actually a thing until not that long ago, eh?
No. In the grand scheme of things, yeah, we're talking like 10 years maybe?
Yeah.
Well, no, 10 years they were starting to get quite big. Maybe more like 15 years.
Like when I first moved to Australia, it was still kind of hard to find a 24-hour gym.
Yeah. And initially it was just like the 24-hour franchises. And they were very limited in the equipment they had because of insurance stuff. So like most people, when Anytimes and Snap Fitnesses started opening up, they were it just had basically some cardio stuff and some pin-loaded machines. They didn't have much else. So not a lot of people adopted them, and then it just became the thing.
I think Ziz made that pretty popular.
Ziz?
Yeah, Big Dog Ziz.
What do you mean?
Like just training in the middle of the night or whatever.
Yeah, and just like Anytime Fitness sort of.
That's right, yeah.
He was like big Anytime Fitness. He like repped them, and then they like started, or at least based on the videos I saw before he passed away, rest in peace. It just like they started progressing with different equipment and stuff, or at least that's what I saw from watching old videos anyway.
Yeah, interesting.
So did you go through that Ziz phase in your...
Oh yeah, massively. Yeah, Ziz and Callum von Moger. Yeah.
Wow.
Those were my like initials, and then it progressed into like David Lade, and then David Lade started doing like powerlifting style stuff.
You definitely are 10 years younger than me.
What's Callum von Moger doing with himself now? Is he sorted his life out or no?
It's looking like he's on the comeback.
Yeah.
He's been sponsored again, and it looks like he's on the right track.
That's good
so far, which is good. So
He went full
off the rails.
Yeah.
He lost a lot of things all at once, which was really sad to see.
A couple of times, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Like he was doing some really bad things, wasn't he?
I don't know much about him, to be honest. I saw him at the Arnold.
Yeah. Was he big?
It was big enough.
Because last time I saw a video, a photo of him, he was like skinny as. So I assumed he was like going through a pretty rough time or something.
Yeah, he like tore his bicep, tore his quadricep tendon.
Yeah, doing that abseiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is nuts. That was brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so keep going with the early influences. So like
Yeah, wait, who was that last guy you said?
David Lade.
Yeah, who's that?
So
YouTuber.
he's the what would you call it? Like a marketing manager for Gymshark.
Okay.
So he was kind of like just after like Ziz, he kind of sort of like filled that gap of like a young influencer who was just doing ridiculous things. So most people of like my age bracket would know who David Lade is.
He's a cool dude as well.
Yeah. Very like he was very, very strong coming up. He popularized DUP style programming, so daily utilization periodization, which is just like, yeah, you can look into it if you're interested, but
That was
interesting.
Well, Lane Norton really made that.
Yeah, and then he
Popular.
made it popular for like my generation.
Yeah, okay, interesting.
Because they made like this, like when Discord started happening, they made it a Discord about it and
Yeah.
like being able to get coaching and stuff from them. But yeah, and then now he's still shredded as, but he's just not lifting as heavy anymore because I think he stuffed his back. So yeah,
I'm so behind with all of it. Like I've stopped paying attention so much. Not
There's
that I need to.
there's some crazy freaks at the moment. There's just coming out of the woodwork, especially over the UK. UK IPF is just ridiculous right now.
Yeah.
Big deadlifters.
I can't remember her name, but her Instagram name is like fit.sys from Ireland.
Oh,
She is freaky ass.
she's the 84 plus one. Hey,
Yes.
yeah, she's wild.
Trains with Andrew Blackwood.
Mm-hmm.
Same
Yeah.
sort of area.
Yeah,
Man.
just
But
ridiculous.
pulls high twos, benches like close to 140 as a junior or a teen maybe. Is she a
I
junior?
think she just moved into juniors.
Yeah,
now.
okay.
Well, I don't know. Do you guys watch much Sheffield? I know we've spoken about it before on the podcast.
Yeah, I watched Sheffield.
But there's so many powerlifters coming out of New Zealand. Women coming out of New Zealand.
and Zed's getting big
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fucking dominating.
Well, I mean, like, always kind of have.
Yeah, yeah.
New Zealand's always just had like this small selection of freaks.
Yeah.
Absolute freaks.
But same with have you
France
seen?
as well?
Yeah. And what have you guys seen?
Does France really have that many, or is it just the two? Like the skinny guy and that Leah lifts chick.
There's a
Is
couple of
Leah
them.
lifts. Is she the one with the curly hair?
hair and
Yeah,
then
and then
knees
there's
tucked
is
when
it
she
Nomi, the real little one? She's like under
one that
under 52s or
makes
under
the hip
48.
like she's real loud.
She yaps like a
Yeah.
chihuahua.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
She's a monster.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's a freak.
yeah.
But I don't know if you guys are keeping up with it, but the team that's going to IPF Worlds, they got
From where? New Zealand.
from Australia.
Yeah,
the-
the Oz team.
Yeah, they got the two girls in the 84 plus kilo class.
Yeah,
Oh,
She
from
almost
Perth.
she almost did 275. Was
Yeah,
it?
her. But then also
Nat Bubs and
Lucipi Lavine.
yeah.
She's a monster.
That was
Yeah.
wild. Yeah.
And what? Yeah,
Very new to it all, I believe. As well.
very new. I remember she. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I remember they said she was only like a year into lifting, and she was trying to pull 200 here
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
when they were all here for nationals one year, and then now she's totaling. She's squatting 230, deadlifting 240ish,
Yeah. Wow.
benching 140.
Yeah.
Fucking monsters.
Yeah.
The 120 as well. The bloke in 120, Tognator is his name.
Tongan, yeah,
Oh,
Josh.
yeah.
From
Mm.
Sydney.
Yeah. That was wild too.
He's everyone's favorite powerlifter, that bloke.
They're
Yeah.
such a cool crew.
Yeah, very nice guy.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they end up doing something because Australia hasn't had many world champions for a long time. And I mean, even over the last 10 years or whatever, there haven't been that many that were doing that well. Liz Craven was always up there when she was at her prime. And it kind of makes me wonder, between COVID and also the disruption from PA in like 2017, if that's been a part of why we haven't seen much IPF talent come out of Australia. If it's just been so disjointed that it's disheartened people to either move away from the sport or shift to other federations. But hopefully the team starts making a bit more noise.
You just made me think, like, besides Liz Craven, who's like which other Australian has done really well at IPF Worlds?
I'm trying to think. I don't know how, because my knowledge is real old school, right? It's like Stephen Pritchard and Nathan Baxter back in those days.
Did Colin Webb, was he?
I don't know if he podiumed or not. Yeah, I can't remember. I was coaching him around that time when he went to Russia.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think who else. Caleb Voice went and benched in the IPF bench worlds. I mean, there's been plenty of Australians that have gone. JP medalled as a junior or a sub-junior, can't remember. But I'm trying to... there's nobody I can think that really stands out as like the consistent IPF champion besides Liz Craven.
Yeah. While we're talking about IPF, I was speaking about this with someone yesterday. Why is IPF Worlds always in a really random location?
Money?
Like, yeah.
It's in South Africa this year, is that right?
No.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's in South Africa.
Well, that's... I don't think that's Open Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is it Open Worlds?
I'm not sure. I've just heard South Africa thrown around. I haven't looked into
one
it
of the
enough this year.
worlds coincides with Commonwealths, like back-to-back weekends or back-to-back, or and they're both in South Africa. I know that much.
Okay.
So it's a worlds, but I'm not sure which one it is.
Okay.
Not sure if it's classic or.
Am I wrong in saying it's in Lithuania?
There is a comp in Lithuania as well. I think that might be Junior Worlds.
I think that might be Open Worlds.
Don't know.
Maybe.
Because Ben from New Zealand wants to do Junior Worlds, and it's definitely not South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we're sounding very unknowledgeable right now.
I know.
Just don't pay that much. There's so much going on. I just don't pay that much attention to it.
Big Dog Russ is back.
What was the
in
question again?
83s.
Can't remember.
IPF Worlds. Why is it always in obscure places?
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, it's just money.
Yeah, right.
Like generate more money.
Because last year it was in Malta.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I can't name one powerlifter from Malta. Why don't you have it in like a easier, more accessible location?
Money. That's all it comes down to. That's why they used to always run it in like Belarus.
Like imagine if you're like, all right, APL is now a global federation. Our nationals, we're hosting Worlds this year. Oh, man, where is it? Fucking Croatia. It's like, okay, cool.
Well, if I was money hungry, I'd do something exactly like that.
Yeah? I don't get, how would you make more money from that though? Like, what would the logic be behind it?
So there's very limited options when you travel to an international IPF competition. It's almost like the Olympic Village kind of thing. Like you're very limited in where you're allowed to stay, what you're allowed to do, kind of thing. And so they'll book out these very cheap hotels and then charge the lifters for staying there. So they're probably skimming some off the top. This is just speculation. Like I know there's definitely like select hotels that you have to stay in. But I'm guessing there's ways for them then to make more money out of it.
Yeah, right.
I didn't know that was actually a thing. I thought that was a rumor.
Well, no, I knew that was because I remember seeing someone.
I've seen posts about it.
No, I saw someone. I can't remember who it was. They did a breakdown of IPF Worlds, and they
Interesting.
mentioned that they had to stay in this hotel, and they tried to book it themselves.
Yeah, the hotel thing's not like a conspiracy. It's common knowledge.
Yeah, interesting.
And it's
I just
not-
have never looked into it or heard it.
I don't think it's a necessarily like should be frowned upon or a bad thing that's pointed at powerlifting, because I'm pretty sure that's standard practice for wider tested sports.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Similar to the Olympics, it's about having everyone in the same location for whereabouts data for random testing. That's important. I'm pretty sure it's along the lines of all that. I'm happy to be corrected if anyone's listening and wants to give a more concrete version of all of this. But yeah.
Yeah, right.
Cool.
So, so you got into lifting when you were, how old did you say, 16?
Yeah, let's just say that.
Yeah.
So last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so last year, yeah.
So you slowly progressed getting into powerlifting. When did you do your first competition?
Yeah.
End of 20 or mid 2021 or end of 2021.
What was it?
It was just a one at SimCity. It was just a novice comp.
Yep. And what'd you hit?
I hit a 205 squat, a 140 bench, and a 242.5 deadlift.
Nice.
And I pulled for the win.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Cool.
which is
That's
cool.
sick.
Nothing says novice competition like destroying your enemies.
Yeah.
And what are your numbers now?
I wish. So we hit.
It doesn't have to be competition.
Okay, so 232, 157, and 265.
Nice.
Nice.
And what are the competition goals? Well, you just competed recently.
Yeah.
What do you want to do from here?
I'd love to go 300, 200, 300. Like a real big goal would be to total 1,000. That'd be like a very finishing career. Sort of like that'd be sweet to have that in the books. But
I'm
I'd
talking
love
more like what's your next comp?
My next comp, also 300, 200, 300. No, next comp, I'd love to do a 250, 165, 170 bench, and around 280, 290 deadlift.
You've definitely got the 250 squat in you right now. So that's a very achievable
Need
goal.
to hit depth would be good practice for me.
I mean, when are you going to compete next?
We were chatting about, we were thinking Christmas comp, hey. Yeah.
Be a cool comp.
Or Strength Quest, yeah. One more comp for this year.
Yeah, it's up to you. Round out the year.
Registration's open today, so if you're doing Strength Quest, you better be quick. I need to look into it after the podcast, actually. So you signed up? Yeah, very cool. And so before you started doing the Zero Coach Development course, had you already done your Cert 3 and 4 in fitness?
No, I hadn't yet.
Okay.
So at the time, like I reached out to you and I was like, oh, I want to start coaching. We did that one-on-one session. And then from there, I was just like, nah, I need to do kind of both because I want to be more powerlifting focused. And just at the time I was like, okay, well, because like obviously at the time I said to Thomas, I was like, oh, I'd love to work for Zero in the future if there was ever a possibility. What can I do to do that? And you're like, you should probably do the coach development course first. So I just did both because I just wanted to finish laboring and being a mechanic and so forth, and just went for PT stuff, and now I do PT stuff on the Sunshine Coast.
Nice, man.
So yeah.
And do you have any particular goals with coaching stuff? Or was the goal just to work for Zero and now you've achieved that, possibly? Got to get through the final interview.
Definitely that's like a starting goal for me. I'd love to just have clients and take them to competitions. That'd be a big thing.
I reckon we can do some of that.
Yeah, that'd be a big thing. And just having like consistent clients, which I'm slowly building a roster, which is pretty cool. I've got a couple at the moment, and it's just been really exciting. I got a new lifter at the moment. She's just loving it. She's like asking, so what do I need? She's already bought powerlifting shoes. She's bought a belt. She's like, oh, I need wrist wraps now. And it's just all progressing. Oh, hey, Poots.
You've been chosen.
Chosen. Oh, you going further. But yeah, I'd love to take some clients to competitions. That'd be a big thing. Some comp day coaching would be really cool.
Yeah, nice. So far in your coaching journey, what's the most rewarding thing about coaching?
Just helping people, like getting people moving better. Like I have a lot of clients at the moment who, like I'm obviously not diagnosing their pain issues. That's not my role as a coach. I'm not there to diagnose. But as I express to all my clients and people that I work with, let's just try and see if we can get you moving better and see if we can improve that movement quality and see if the pain is reduced. And I still recommend to work with a physio if the pain is ongoing. And I've just had some pretty good results with getting people moving better, and they've been becoming pain-free, just improving movement quality, which has been really cool. Which is just, it's been a bit of a challenge. I was saying it in the Zero Coach Development course last week or the week that I've just got a lot of beat-up clients at the moment. One of the new clients I took on, she's had 4 knee reconstructions. She's had her hip replaced. She's had all sorts of surgeries and stuff. And just like getting her to be able to do a Bulgarian split squat pain-free was just really cool. Like just no pain. She was like, oh, my knee doesn't hurt. And I'm like, yeah, we're doing it right.
Have you hit her with the I want results, not excuses line yet?
No, not yet.
Because if you haven't, that's just waiting to slap that card down. That's cool, man. Tell us about Zero Sunshine Coast.
I'm just keen to get into it. It's been really cool getting to know Chloe and Reese. At the moment, Reese and I just train every session together.
Yep.
And we just discuss clients and movements and everything. Like I'm just engulfing and everything. So it's really exciting. The community they've already got there is amazing. Like just getting to know everyone has been like really, really cool. Everyone's super eager to spot. As soon as someone goes for like, it's not even like a top lift, everyone stops, crowds the person that's lifting and just gets amongst it. Like everyone's super eager. So community's just already there, which has been really, really cool. So it's just super exciting.
Yeah, that's sick.
What's the colorway of the new gym? Is that announced?
It's inspired by sand.
Yeah. It's like
yeah. Actually, you're right.
Like
That
a
tan
golden
colour.
kind of color.
That's cool.
It's really nice.
Yeah. So tell me how much stuff has been unboxed. This is really what I'm asking about Zero Sunshine Coast. Like, I know what it's going to have. I bought it. I more want to know what's going on up there.
At the moment, we've had the combos. The
You might be snitching on Reese right now, brother.
That's the point. Four combos.
4 combos.
Unboxed.
The pendulum, the
Andy,
leg press,
Leggy.
the leg press, the GHR, the mono,
Yep.
and the
Comp bench.
the row. The comp bench hasn't been done. No,
Oh, really?
that's just chilling.
Oh.
We were thinking of doing it, but it hasn't moved yet.
The toasters?
Toasters have.
They look good.
Yeah, they do.
Most importantly, how many plates exactly?
Not enough that it's going to be an issue when we have to put flooring down.
Yeah, I've heard that one before. Honestly, that's my biggest concern is like the double handling when you unbox everything. You have to move everything because we're laying all new floor there.
Yeah. Well, the biggest thing we were discussing was like the issue that we had was to actually fit all the new equipment that has arrived in the gym. You couldn't walk anywhere.
Yeah.
And it was like going to end up being double handling, moving single pieces at a time.
Of course, yeah.
So it was just like, we were like, oh, well, if we can just kind of get it on like a pallet jack or something, we might be right with some of the bigger equipment. Whereas the other stuff, if we can keep it in a box for the meantime, we'll be good. But
Well, did Reese tell you what happened? So
no, not really.
that delivery was meant to have 4 combos,
Yeah.
mono bench toasters, nothing else.
So all that extra stuff actually wasn't meant to rock.
That was a surprise.
Oh.
So like on the truck that was going to Sunshine Coast was meant to be whatever 5 or 6 boxes. And I thought, yeah, nicely stack them up, chuck them in the corner, you'll be sweet.
Yeah, no thoughts into it. Yeah.
And then like whatever 3 or 4 other boxes full of equipment came.
Yeah.
That's all in like individual pieces.
Yeah, I was about to start my shift at my other job, and Reese goes, a lot of equipment rocked up. And he sends me a photo, and it's just like all stacked in the car park. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So drove on down, and we got it inside.
Times like these, I'm grateful the Sunshine Coast is a couple hours away.
I was just about to ask. Are you going to go down?
Yeah, of course. I'll go there to build it. For
Go
sure.
up,
Yeah.
of course.
I'll go
Yeah.
up. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm planning to come up like next weekend, I think,
Oh, cool.
because I want to just look at the space and visualize it before we put everything out.
Yeah, sweet.
I do actually have a question for you, which is, when's the last time you painted, and what are your thoughts on painting?
So my wife will watch this, and she'll laugh so much. I don't hate painting. I can do it.
You're about to.
But and that's why Kenna will be laughing. Kenna loves painting. So if we can convince her, she finds it very therapeutic, So I think if we give her the roller and just let her go at it, she'll be right into
She's
it.
very
I like
crafty,
this.
isn't she?
Delegating already.
Yeah, showing signs of leadership.
Yeah. She
Talk to Reese. Reese just went down a notch.
she is very crafty. She made those little
Yeah.
clay SBD belts and things like that.
Yeah, she has a graphic design business and a photography business.
Yeah, cool.
And then marketing as well. So this year she launched it after finishing her degree in visual communication and a minor in photography. So she's been loving it. She's been doing a couple of wedding sort of stuff, making all like their invites and everything like that. She's
Super cool, man.
Extremely talented. So yeah, she's a little bit of a show off. So she's a double hitter. So with everything she did at school, because we went to school together, which was pretty cool. She'd always come back and be that person that would get A's after holidays, and she wouldn't have studied for anything.
Nice.
Very annoying, but yeah.
What pieces of equipment are you excited for?
I was super excited for the pendulum. I've just been smashing that out recently, which is only now twice.
Is it short for you? Like, do you have to do half a squat to get it out?
Yeah, have to do half a squat. So it's super heavy once I unload it and stand upright, and then it gets a little bit lighter as I swing into position.
How many plates are you doing?
Only one. I get folded with one.
Yeah, nice.
I need to get stronger.
I want to know who's got the record in the gym.
Well, what did I do with 3 plates, Gidge?
You guys had that challenge. I reckon Chris Humphreys probably has it.
Oh,
That's
what?
the record.
What did I do with
No
3
way.
Yeah, these two, James and Chris Humphreys, went
Yeah,
head to head, and he got
There's plenty of people that do 3 plates. I'm talking about heaviest pendulum.
Oh, I did 75 for, 12?
Don't speak in
And
numbers. I only speak
Davey-
in plates.
Davey does a lot.
I routinely do 4 plates.
Is this ass to grass, like all the way down and through range?
Not with these guys. I do 4 plates.
Yes, mine are definitely asked to grass.
What about
yeah.
Jordo?
No, I reckon Jordo and Rido would be up there with the hardest to beat.
Rado always does 4 plates for like lots of sets.
I watched him squat. I can't remember what it was. It's like 330 or 340 for a double or something like that, and then volume on his back downs, and then go and do. I was doing it as my main lift with like 3 plates, and then he used it as a warm up, and then went higher after doing all those squats.
I trained with Brandon Kempter, and we did the pendulum together, and I did 1 set of 20 with 60 kilos, the 3 plates, and I remember Brandon did like 3 or 4. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, when he was here on the pendulum, everyone knew about it. It was like next level.
Yeah.
My ears still hurt from it. Jordan Hellier made me do. I did 3.5 plates, but the way he makes everyone do it is you're not allowed to stop at the top.
Mm-hmm.
So I did 15 reps, no stop with 3.5, and that was savage.
That's brutal.
That was disgusting.
Would have been a nice quad pump though.
No, it was like a whole body wanting to vomit feeling for like 2 hours.
Lactic acid hit.
I had to stop my session short because I had a call, and it had been like 15 or 20 minutes since the set, and I still was like unable to calm down and breathe properly. My heart rate was so high.
We need to do some more.
Messed me up.
We need to do some more vomit-inducing challenges, like
What,
the
like
assault.
the max cows on the assault bike?
Yeah.
I swear, I think like 4 or 5 people went home afterwards and didn't do their session.
Who vomited like 6 times? Was it Benny?
That was Benny and Geordie Davis.
Jordy Davis.
Oh, did he?
What was the
Benny
previous
didn't
challenge
come
on the
back.
assault bike?
Benny didn't come back here for like a week afterwards.
Did I win that?
Yes, you smoked
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
What did you get? 54.
Like, I think it was like high 40s.
I think it was 40 something.
Yeah.
Boyd Hilda reckons he's going to beat you.
On that, I'll beat him on BMX.
Well, no, you won't.
True. I really want to ride his bike. I was
Yeah?
too nervous to ask last time. In messages, he said I could.
He's a legend. So if you don't know who we're talking about, is he Australia's best BMXer?
I don't think he would class himself as Australia's best BMXers.
He's very humble.
I would put him up there because he'd be looking at like competition circuit and stuff like that. As a general all-around rider, I reckon he's probably one of the most underrated riders on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's well respected and well known, but I think he's one of the best that's around right now.
Because he's your favourite BMXer?
He's my favorite Australian BMXer.
So for those of you listening, Boyd Hilda, he trains here at Ground Zero. So
Yeah. But James is helping him doing his strength and conditioning prep for the X Games in June.
Yeah.
July, June. End of June.
yeah, he's actually a weapon in the gym, eh? It just shows how like pro athletes, no matter their sport, they're pro athletes for a reason.
Yeah.
I taught Boyd how to bench, and he looks like a powerlifter now when he benches.
It's interesting as well because BMX historically, before it was like a sport you could make a life out of, unless you had a very specific journey through it. People were just punks like that. It was just like an underground, similar to what skating was at some point, where they didn't care about their health. It was just about like sticking it to the man. And now a lot of them treat themselves as athletes and go and do like focus on their diet, focus on their training, like actually treat themselves as a weapon.
Yeah, it's cool because Boyd looks after his body really well, and obviously with the demands of his sport, his like ankles and wrists and that are fucked. I'm guessing it's just from the impact. Like,
Yeah, and he's huge for a BMXer.
yeah. Have you looked at his ankles?
No.
They must have been rolled that many times
They're
or
just,
taken
like,
that many
floppy?
knocks. No, they're huge.
Oh,
yeah, they stick out the side. Like, it looks like he's got ankle braces on. Like,
Yeah,
they're
far
massive. Yeah. But yeah, like the way he treats his body, he trains, he sleeps well, he eats well. And he's even got me, he sent me the link to some hydration stuff that he's been taking. Just like some really high, like he's really into it, which is cool. And he's loving training in the gym.
Yeah, sick.
So it's cool.
Anyway, sorry to derail the conversation.
It's good.
Let's go back to Zero Sunshine Coast. You were excited for the pendulum. What else?
Reese was mentioning that we're getting one of the strongman shoulder press,
Like a Viking press?
Viking press.
I think so, yeah.
That sounds like I'm super excited. And are we getting all the cable accessory stuff? Like that we have here downstairs at Ground Zero?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for all those. I love all those like twisted hands
Yeah.
and everything, like playing with all that. It's
Yeah,
great.
we've definitely got that. They might even already be at the gym.
Oh, I might have to look around through some of the boxes.
Maybe. It'll be a small cardboard box. If there's a small cardboard box, feel free to crack it open and have a play.
We've cracked everything else open.
I was about to say he's lying to you. They've definitely got the whole gym set up. Eh?
Yeah. I think I would love to try this again.
Yeah, no, super excited for all that. I don't know everything else that's listed, so I can't really say what else I'm excited for.
I do.
What do you reckon else I'd be excited for?
Well, it's just a standard zero, to be honest. So
everything I see
Yeah.
outside.
yeah.
So what's the ETA? When's this?
Well, like I said before, the last shipment is due to arrive on June the 5th, but often there's like delays at the port and customs and all that sort of stuff. So shortly after that, I would say just before or just after our nationals.
Do we have Matty Bro doing a mural there?
Probably not, because I shouldn't say too much, but the plan's likely to eventually move, and it might be a little bit soon in terms of like the outlay that you'd put for a mural, and yeah, like we're probably just going to save it for a little bit down the track.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I'll probably get him to New Zealand before they open though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is he going to do one in Wales?
Yes, but obviously it's quite logistically difficult to get him over there, and in order for him to do a mural over there, we have to build a massive wall, which we're going to do, but it's just cost. And the gym's still establishing itself, and we're replacing a bunch of machines already, buying some new stuff, upgrading the combos, getting 4 new combos. Like there's just a bit of expense still going on before. That gym's already blown up to the point where we have to hire another staff member as well, so that's going to take a financial hit. So once we're well established there, we'll get him over there. I'd say within the next 12 months.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah. What was I about to say about the Sunshine Coast? The equipment, all the new stuff coming. Can't remember. It's going to be exciting though. It's going to be really cool.
Yeah,
oh, that's what I was going to say. You know how shit laying flooring is.
Yeah.
You guys are in for a treat. I got a new type of flooring, so the flooring is way heavier for a start, and you can't just like lay it in place. It's got like little Lego pieces that connect them all together. So, which is good because the flooring will look way nicer. We'll be able to roll a pallet jack on it without destroying all the mats. It's going to be way more resilient, way more absorbent, just altogether better. But it's going to be the biggest bitch to lay. Like it's going to be horrible. And
It's just going to be every day. It's going to be spine day sort of situation.
I'm calling in sick that day.
No, it's more like staff day.
Yeah.
Give yourself staff on your knees.
No, you don't, trust me, you don't want to lay flooring with me because I like to do it by myself because I get angry at everyone. Inwardly. I won't yell at you. I'll just be like, no, don't put that there, and then I'll redo your whole job. So it's better to just deliver me mats and leave me by myself.
Did you do any flooring here?
I did the whole floor here.
No, bro, I've cut so much fucking flooring.
No, cutting doesn't count. And you can't play that card. I've seen your cutting job.
The more tired you get, the dodgier it gets. But yeah, you just get, it's your knees that get more sore than anything.
Reese was saying the flooring that they've currently got there is an absolute pain as well.
Yeah, he's got like cow flooring.
Yeah, it's super it's super sturdy, but it's
That's
like
because it's for cows.
Yeah.
So are you just going to rip up that turf that's there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, good luck.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so he got that laid by like carpet laying professionals. It's going to be horrible.
Were you there when we were trying to rip up Southside's one?
Yeah, I've learned from my mistakes,
That
which
was-
is why I don't help out.
That was a nightmare, eh?
Yeah. I mean, I did the carpet in here by myself and that was horrible.
Did we? No, I helped you with that.
No.
Definitely.
No, the carpet in here I
what
did
did
on
I
my
do in
own.
here? I laid the new one, hey. Remember that when you're like, CJ's moving, can you lay and cut this rubber?
We lay the ghetto thin ass rubber for CJ in here that looked absolutely disgusting.
Oh, that's so funny.
That was before the carpet came out.
Really?
Yeah, we lay it on the carpet.
Oh, yeah.
And then we took that out, pulled the carpet out, and then they laid this flooring.
Oh.
Yeah, flooring's a nightmare.
I'm excited for it.
But that stuff, not only is it thick and dense, they're massive pieces.
Yeah, that's what Reese was saying. He said it just like killed him.
Yeah,
setting that up initially.
It's not like a 1 by 1 meter piece. It's like a 2 by 4.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's
They're
like
big pieces.
It's like carrying the wood under the platforms.
Oh, yuck.
It'll be that heavy, but flimsy.
Yuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
again, I'm sick on that day.
what did Reese do that by himself?
Yeah.
He's a weapon, eh?
Oh, bro, his
He's just an
arms.
Aussie
He's
worker.
just got he's got a roadmap to every destination.
Have you seen him without his shirt off?
No, you were so I said this to Reese, and he cracked up laughing after our call last week. He was just laughing his head off.
He's a rig, eh?
He's jacked out of his brain,
He's
eh?
the quintessential hot surfer guy.
He is. Too nice as well.
Exactly. Which is really funny. Have you ever called him and gone to voicemail?
No.
his voicemail's real aggressive. It's like, this is Reese, leave a message. But when you call him, he's like, hey, mate, how are you? There's a
This is not the
voicemail is
same.
like, I don't want to leave this guy, man. I don't want this guy to call me back.
What a bloke.
Oh, dear. All right. Any closing remarks or questions for Big Coops? Anything you can think of, Gidge?
Not today.
Not today.
What's
Well,
our time
today.
at?
Any questions on dengue fever for Gidge?
10 past 12.
How long have we been rolling, Tom, bro?
Almost now.
Almost an hour. I just wanted to quickly talk about something. Some movies.
Yeah.
Ooh. So I got 2 movies. The first one being Captain Phillips.
Oh,
Have you guys seen that?
I have
No.
never been on
Never
the edge
heard
of
of
my
it.
seat more. It's the I'm the captain now. You
Yeah.
know that meme?
Oh,
Yeah.
So it's a
yeah.
pirate movie?
Yes.
And bro,
And
it
it's
is
based on a
in-
true story.
it
Wait,
is
who's the main actor
incredible.
for it?
Tom Hanks.
Have you seen it, CJ?
I think I've seen it. Then.
Unbelievable way.
Incredible.
Yeah, you need to watch. You'll really enjoy that.
It's
Yeah.
it's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Like I felt like I wasn't breathing through the entire movie.
Mm. It's kind of scary because that's what my dad does for a job.
He's a pirate.
No, he's what Tom Hanks is like a
Captain.
captain on like or container ships.
Yeah, far out.
Yeah,
Wild.
that's literally my dad's job. Like what Tom Hanks is.
But not in the Congo.
No, yeah, he like Iran.
Oh, yeah. You have told me about this before, actually.
Yeah, it works everywhere and depends where they go. Like if they're on like some of those waters, they've got like the highest military protection on their boats. And
I watch videos of it, of modern day pirate hunting.
Yeah.
Like, the container ship or the oil ship or whatever, and they'll just be like pirates. And
yeah.
it's full on. It's modern warfare. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's actually like that. My dad would tell me, "Oh yeah, we had these guys on our boat. These guys were our protection." I'm like, "Whoa, that's fucking unreal."
That's
Insane.
crazy.
All right, Captain Phillips.
Yeah, and the second one, me and Bridget just watched it. I had to take the first time I had to turn it off. I said, "Bridget, we can."
Oh,
It's if you've got a fear of heights,
yeah. It's gonna be a tough watch.
yeah, it's a really hard watch. Fall.
It's just. Is it Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's just come out on Netflix. It's
CJ,
like in the
I don't
top
reckon
10.
I don't reckon you'll be able to
What
finish
is it? Like a climbing movie?
They climb up this 2,000-foot tall radio tower. They're like this.
Is this real or is it like a dramatization?
No, it's not real. It's not real, but it looks very, very real.
And
Is
we
it a Netflix original or?
no,
Yes.
I don't know, but me and Bridget watched the director's cut or the behind
like
the
behind the
scenes
scenes
last
stuff.
night, and the way they filmed it, like they talk about what they did, and it's like they nailed it, and it's fucking terrifying.
Makes you sick watching
yeah,
it.
sick to your stomach.
Yeah.
So they climb up this 2,000-foot abandoned radio tower. So they're like free solo climbers, like. Well, they were rock climbers, and they like climbing illegal stuff.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Whatever. So they climb up this 2,000-foot radio tower. It's dodgy as, it's rusty as, it's in the middle of nowhere. They get to the top, they celebrate whatever. One of them tries to go back down, and the ladder breaks.
And they're stuck up there.
So they're stuck 2,000 feet up.
It's horrifying.
Yeah. Like, Tom, bro, if you're going to watch a movie tonight with Meg, you have to chuck one of those two on.
Yeah, sweet.
It's
Captain Phillips.
it's
But yeah,
unbelievable.
Captain Phillips, 10 out of 10.
Nice.
Like, I
Amazing.
couldn't, like, with the fall, there was a lot I couldn't watch in it. Like, I had to, like, turn away or close my eyes. Because I've got a fear of extreme heights. Like, when I say extreme heights, like that, like, I could fucking... I'm
Climb
actually
a
pretty,
ladder.
yeah, I'm pretty good with heights to an extent. But, like, yeah, that's extreme heights, and it's disgusting.
Yeah, so definitely not for CJ.
Well, I want CJ to try watch it.
You won't. I don't
He's-
think you'll be able to get through
From his vantage point as like a 6'3" male, looking down is scary for him.
I remember when we were doing the renos here, CJ, you were so scared walking up here during the renos, eh? Walking on the planks and
The
stuff.
plank.
And I remember one time I was hanging off the edge. I shouldn't be saying this probably. It's fucking health and safety.
OHS.
Yeah, I was like, what was I doing? Dragging a couch up. I couldn't be bothered walking around. So I was like, can you guys pass me this? And CJ was so scared, just me hanging off the edge, holding onto something, trying to drag this couch up with one arm. He's like, yeah, that's bad.
Cooper, besides Prince of Egypt, what's your favorite movie?
Besides Prince of Egypt. Jumper is my favorite all-time movie.
Jumper's
It's
a good
number one.
Nice.
I still don't know why they never brought out number 2. I really loved that movie.
What's that movie again? I feel like I've seen
They
it.
So-
can like transport to different places.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Who's the main person in it?
I've forgotten his name.
Danny DeVito.
Yes.
It's definitely not Danny DeVito.
He was the main reason they reckon Jumper failed was because not a lot of people liked the main character.
He was great.
I thought he was good too, but supposedly there was a lot of controversy when it came out with him.
Are you a cinema guy? Like,
Yeah, yes and no. I'm not very big on how the movie was made. I'm just whether I enjoyed it or not.
yeah, right.
Watch the movies. We used to have at home we had a very tall shelf of movies, probably 2,000 to 3,000 just DVDs.
DVDs.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's how I know if I'm into a
All
movie.
in alphabetical order and everything, just top to bottom.
That's how I know I'm into a movie, when I go down the rabbit hole after it. So I went down the Captain
Yeah,
Phillips rabbit
But
hole.
we had this discussion last night. I don't like to know how they did things because I think it kind of takes the magic away from
Yeah,
the movie.
Bridget said it takes the magic away, and I said, well, I'm an
does.
adult, so I know this.
No, but
They're
I
fake
like
anyway.
fantasy movies. So why would you want to know how they did things? It ruins the fantasy.
Well,
do you-
I mean,
Yeah.
if it's a fantasy movie, you're not going to want to know how they flew in space because they just didn't. How did they get the alien? What planet did it come from? It's not real, Bridget.
Watch
LV 426. That's the planet.
How did they bring dinosaurs back to life in Jurassic Park?
No, I don't want to watch it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know where the dinosaurs are. But Moonfall on Netflix as well is
Oh,
great.
that's garbage. That was the biggest bunch of garbage I've ever seen in my life.
What's Moonfall?
It's a sci-fi
Some sci-fi.
film.
James thought I'd enjoy a sci-fi movie. It was terrible. It was the worst dialogue.
Meg made us watch the Adam Sandler one.
What one's that?
That was with that creepy spider thing, eh?
Yeah, Spaceman.
I still haven't
think.
Oh,
I
yeah.
still
Is
haven't
it
watched
any
it yet.
good? I haven't seen it.
It wasn't good, but
Yeah.
it wasn't terrible.
Mm.
It's very much like a I can't find anything else. I'm willing to see it for the sake of seeing it kind of movie.
I won't watch it then.
Yeah. We watched. We've been watching the TV series The Gentleman. Did you ever watch the movie The Gentleman?
Yeah, I've been wanting to watch it for ages.
All right, we'll watch it.
Yeah, the TV series is really good.
Is it-
I mean, the movie was really good.
The movie's
Yeah.
fucking
Does
awesome.
it
Yeah.
follow the movie? Is it still same characters?
So, well, it's not the same characters, but I was just saying to Meg the other day, we need to watch the movie again because I know there's a lot of parallels. It's obviously the same universe, but I watched the movie 3 years ago or whatever, and I can't remember. I'm obviously not getting those little Easter eggs. So I want to watch the movie again to be oh, that's why they talk about this place or went there or whatever.
All right, that's on the list for this weekend.
The Gentleman.
All right. Thanks for coming, Cooper. Really appreciate it.
Thanks,
for
brother.
having me.
Thanks,
Appreciate it.
Cooper.
Everyone
Cheers.
look forward to seeing more of Cooper through Zero Sunshine Coast.
Yep.
Can't
Sounds
wait.
good. Super exciting.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to the Zero Podcast. If you want more information, head to our Instagram, @zero_weakness. Hit the link in the bio for all of our services and any information on upcoming workshops and events. Don't forget to leave us a 5-star review so we can have a broader reach and answer more people's questions. Thank you once more.